Hello children, now we start with chapter 5, data handling. Data handling, the word data, you have come across in your life many times. Now what does data mean? Data means the information collected, whatever information you collect. For example, number of trees in a farm. See the number of trees in a farm. Now, in the farm, there can be a neem tree, a mango tree. So, number of mango trees, number of neem trees, all that information which you collect is called data. Number of runs scored by the batsman. Now, the number of runs scored by the batsman in a cricket match. That means for each batsman you find out how many runs he has scored, and that information which you collect about each batsman is called data. Number of books read by your friends. Now your friends, that is, you have got so many friends, isn't it? You have got 5 friends, 6 friends, and how many books each of them has read. Someone has read 10 books, someone has read 15 books, someone has read 100 books, and that information which you collect is called data. Now this data collected can be represented in the form of a graph. In this chapter, we are going to learn how to represent the collected data in a graphical manner. So, when this data is collected, is represented graphically. When we will represent it on a graph, it will give us clear idea about the information collected. It will give us the clear idea. When we just look at it, you will come to know that, oh, number of neem trees are more than the number of mango trees. Just looking at it, you will come to know, even though you don't know the number. But just looking at the picture, you will come to know, looking at the graph, you will come to know the information about each tree or about each person reading how many books or about each batsman. Now, there are different types of graphs which we are going to learn. A pictograph, a bar graph, a double bar graph, histogram, circle graph or a pie chart. Now, histogram and circle graph and pie chart are new to you, but you have got some idea about a pictograph, a bar graph or a double bar graph. Now just look at the pictures. This type is a pictograph. It is represented through pictures. So we call it a pictograph. Now this graph is known as a bar graph. Now in this bar graph, you have already learned that in a graph, the horizontal axis is called the x-axis and the vertical axis is called the y-axis. And the number we usually represent on the y-axis, and the name of the student here is the favorite color, or the year we represent on x-axis. So here the number of students, maximum number of students, looking at it only you come to know that the maximum number of students has the favorite color as the red color. Their favorite color is red color. And the least number of students have pink color as their favorite color. So this is how the graph is useful. Looking at it, you will come to know, or you will get a clear idea about the information or the data collected. See, in the paper, every day we read that about the corona cases, isn't it? That every day they say that before they used to tell that India is 5th in position in the world where corona cases are concerned. Then it came to 4th position, then it came to the 3rd position, now it is 2nd. How did you come to know? How did that person come to know who is printing the news? They collect the information and represent in the form of a graph. And that graph, when it goes on increasing, they will come to know that India is rising in its position, where the pandemic in this pandemic situation. That means where the corona cases, positive cases are concerned. We are having maximum number of cases in the world. And that means we are in the second position. We have exceeded Brazil also in this case. How did we come to know? Because this information which was collected, which is collected every day, is represented graphically. And when the graph and when the bar of India goes higher, you come to know that it is rising in its position. So this is how the graphs are useful to us. It gives a clear idea about the information and it becomes easy to compare. That means the comparison becomes very easy. See here, now double bar graph. Now this is the type of double bar graph, and this here there is again a space. You can see in bar graph also there is a space. Bars are there but there is a space. Here comparison of two quantities is done together. Now here that is homework done on Wednesday and Thursday by one person is represented in the form of double bar graph. Now here can you see there is no space between the bar. So this type of graph is known as histogram. We are going to study about histogram also in this chapter. And this is a pie chart that is called a circle graph also. That is, the information represented in the circular manner is called a circle graph or a pie chart. We are going to go through one by one in this chapter. And here in this chapter also we are going to study about probability. And before we start with the histogram, we are also going to learn about frequency distribution table. Children, this chapter is very important. Why? Because in this chapter you are going to learn basic things which will be continued in 9th and 10th standard, and they will be in the form of chapter 14 and 15, both the chapters. That means frequency distribution table, you are going to learn that, which will be useful to you in statistics. This is a branch of statistics, you can say. That is a pie chart, a histogram, all this, or frequency distribution table. That is all the part of statistics. So this is your basic and it is a very easy chapter. So pay attention and hope you will enjoy plotting the graph. So let's first start with pictograph. Now, pictorial representation of data using symbols is called pictograph. That means we are using symbols to represent a data. That is called a pictograph. Now, here the fruits collected, banana, apple and cherry. Now, one banana, symbol of one banana is equal to 5 bananas. That means how many total bananas? 5 into 4, 20. So instead of plotting 20 bananas, what I do is one symbol of banana is equal to 5 banana. Similarly, one apple is equal to 10 apples. So how many apples in all? 40 apples. Same way here, one pair of cherry is equal to 4 cherries. So how many cherries here? There are 4. So 4 into 4 means 16 cherries. Now here, French fries. One symbol of French fry is equal to 10 items sold. So how many items are sold? 50 items are sold. Same way, burger. Again, 40 burgers are sold and 30 hot dogs are sold. So this is a pictograph. Let's take one more example which is given in your textbook. For the following pictogram, answer the following questions. So for the following pictogram, you have to answer the following questions. So let us, one symbol of the car means 100 cars. So in month of July, there are 250 cars because half the symbol means 50. So 100 plus 100 plus 50, which is equal to 250. Year August. There are 3 symbols of cars, so that means that is equal to 300. So in September, how many symbols are there? 4. So this will be equal to 400. So how many cars were produced in the month of July? How many cars were produced in the month of July? Can you answer it? Yes, it is 250. Now, in which month were maximum number of cars produced? So, in which month maximum numbers of cars were produced? How many cars were produced? In September, 400. So, naturally, September is the month where maximum number of cars produced. So, you will write here September. Now, a bar graph. What is a bar graph? A display of information using bars of uniform width. You can see it is an uniform width. Their height being proportional to the respective values on the graph is called bar graph. So this is the definition of a bar graph. That means the information which we represent using a bar of uniform width, and their height is proportional. That means height is according to their respective values. Now here, number of students in class 8. How many students in class 8 is represented here on the y-axis. This is your y-axis, and this horizontal axis is your x-axis. Now here we take 2003, 2004, then 2004, 2005, 2005, 2006, and 2006, 2007, and 2007 and 2008. So this is your 2003, and so now looking at this graph, what is the information given by the graph? The information given by the graph is how many students were there in the respective years, academic year. In 2003 and 2004, there were 100 students. In 2004 and 2005, there were 200 students. So what is the information given? That in which academic year, what were the number of students? Now, in which year is the increase in the number of students maximum? Is maximum. So here we can see the difference here from 2003 and 2004. Isn't it? It is the maximum. Otherwise here the difference is little less. Here also less. Here also less. But here it is maximum. So the increase in 2004 and 2005, the number of students is maximum. That is, the increase is maximum. Maximum number of students are in the year 2007 and 8. But increase from 3 to 4, the increase in 4 to 5 is maximum. In which year is the number of students maximum? I said 2007 and 2008. Now, you are asked another question. You have to state whether it is true or false. The number of students during 2005 and 2006 is twice that of 2003 and 4. Let's see. 3 and 4 is how much? 100. 5 and 6 is how much? It is 250. So is it double? No. It is more than double. If it was double, it would have been 200 only. But in 5 and 6, it is 250. So this statement is false. So this is what you can easily compare the information given or collected. Is it clear? Through bar graph. Now, this was about bar graph. Now we go to double bar graph. See a double bar graph. Can you see double bar graph? Yes. Now a double bar graph shows two sets of information simultaneously. Two sets of information simultaneously. If I am talking about maths, then for 2 years, 2005 and 2006 and 2006 and 2007. Now the information of 5 and 6 is a colorless bar, and about 6 and 7 is a colored bar. This is the difference. So you can make it out. But about 2 years, the information is given on the same graph. That is, the two sets of information are shown simultaneously on the same graph, and that graph is called double bar graph. And comparison of data can be done easily. I don't have to take two graphs to do it. So here this is the marks obtained by a student in maths, science, social science, science, English and Hindi in the year 2005 and 2006. See, there is lot of improvement in the subject maths. 2005 got only 30 marks, but in 2006 and 7 got 60 marks. So you can compare. So what is the information given by the double bar graph? The information given by the double bar graph is the marks scored by the student in different subjects in the year 2005 and 2006, 2005 and 6 and 2006 and 7, you can see. In which subject has the performance improved the most? तो परफॉर्मेंस कौन से सब्जेक्ट में इम्प्रूव हुआ है मोस्ट? इन मैथ्स, because in 2005 he just had 30 marks and here he had 60 marks. But looking at the difference only, बार के heights में कितना difference दिख रहा है. So looking at the difference in the height, you can come to know that the improvement here is maximum. In which subject has the performance deteriorated? डिटोरिएटेड मतलब परफॉर्मेंस कम हो गया है. नाउ देखो, यहाँ ये हाइट है, यहाँ हाइट, दिस हाइट इज लेस. दैट मीन्स द परफॉर्मेंस हैज इम्प्रूव्ड. हियर ऑल्सो द परफॉर्मेंस हैज इम्प्रूव्ड, बट इन दिस केस, इन द केस ऑफ इंग्लिश, द परफॉर्मेंस हैज डिटोरिएटेड because the height of the second bar has gone down. Now, in which subject the performance is at par? At par means same hai. So you can see यहाँ Hindi, it is at par, no difference, no deterioration, no improvement. Is it clear? This was about double bar graph. I hope children, you all are clear with what is a bar graph, what is a double bar graph, isn't it? So just write down the definition of what is data, what is pictogram, what is bar graph, and what is double bar graph.